If you do not change this by tomorrow morning, you are off the project, Elena." The words hurt. Mr. Vance threw a stack of blueprints onto his desk. Elena stood frozen. She had spent the whole weekend working on those drawings. She did not sleep. She did not eat. She even missed her best friend's birthday dinner. But Mr. Vance only looked at the papers for 5 seconds. "No vision," he said. Those 2 words destroyed her confidence. 30 minutes later, Elena opened a heavy wooden door at the end of town. A tiny bell rang. Suddenly, the noisy city disappeared. This was the Page and Pod, a small book cafe. In front of the cafe, the street was loud, crowded, and full of angry drivers. But behind the cafe, the world was quiet. Beautiful green hills rolled into the distance under a warm evening sun. Inside, the cafe felt safe and warm. Soft lights filled the room, large shelves were full of books. A fireplace burned softly in the corner, and big windows looked out at the peaceful hills. The air smelled amazing. It smelled like fresh coffee, sweet cinnamon rolls, and warm banana walnut bread. Elena sat down at the counter and started to cry. She was 24 years old and a talented architect intern. But for 6 months, Mr. Vance had criticized her work. It made her feel worthless. Her Aunt Sasha owned the cafe. Sasha did not say anything at first. She was a kind woman with warm eyes, wearing an oversized sweater covered in flour. She quietly placed a glass of sweet cold coffee and a warm slice of banana walnut bread in front of Elena. "Eat, honey," Sasha said gently. "You cannot solve a heavy problem when you are hungry." Elena took a bite of the delicious bread and felt a little better. "I cannot do this anymore, Sasha," Elena cried. She explained how hard she worked and how Mr. Vance just threw her blueprints away. "How can I make him happy?" Sasha smiled with a mischievous look in her eyes. "Take another bite," Sasha said. "Now listen to this story. Long ago, there was a tailor named Gideon. A king hired him to make a royal robe. The king was famous for always being unhappy and proud. Gideon spent months making a beautiful gold silk robe, but when the king saw it, he complained. He said it was too heavy and had no vision. Gideon did not argue. He took the robe home and removed the thick inside fabric. The robe became lighter and cheaper. The next day, he brought it back. The king put it on and loved it. He called it a masterpiece and gave Gideon gold. But the robe was actually worse than before. Elena stopped crying and looked confused. "But why?" Sasha laughed. "Because the king did not want a perfect robe. He wanted power. He wanted to feel smarter than everyone else. Mr. Vance is exactly the same. He does not want perfect drawings. He just wants the joy of correcting you. So tomorrow, do not give him your best work. Give him a puzzle." Elena frowned. "What do you mean?" Sasha whispered. "Make one big mistake on purpose. Make it so ugly that he cannot miss it. When he finds it, he will feel like a genius." Elena started to smile. Then she laughed. That might actually work. The next afternoon, Elena stood in Mr. Vance's office. She placed her new drawings on his desk. She had added one terrible mistake on purpose. Right in front of a beautiful wall of glass windows, she drew a giant, ugly marble archway that blocked the view. Mr. Vance looked at the blueprints. He smiled and puffed out his chest proudly. "Elena, are you blind?" he yelled. "This ugly archway ruins the whole view. Take it out and keep the clean windows." Elena acted surprised. "Oh my goodness, Mr. Vance, you are completely right. Your vision is amazing. I cannot believe I made that mistake." Mr. Vance felt like a hero. He signed the approval papers immediately without looking at the other pages. "Excellent," he said proudly. "That is why I'm the boss." Elena thanked him, took the papers, and walked out smiling. That evening, Elena ran into the cafe and waved the signed contract. "He fell for it," she shouted. "He thinks he saved the project." Sasha laughed and touched Elena's cheek gently. "Remember this," Sasha said. "Never let a broken mirror tell you how beautiful you are." Elena hugged her aunt tightly and left to celebrate. The cafe became quiet again. Sasha stood by the window and looked at the hills. Her smile disappeared. She pulled a small silver locket out of her apron pocket. Inside was a picture of a young woman.